The gradient of the tangent at a point. Whenever we are talking about differentiation in mathematics, we are talking about the slope, the angle, the gradient of the tangent at certain point of the curve. If you take any function, that particular point where you want to find out how the value of x change with respect to y, you are finding out the slope, you are finding out the m, you are finding out the tan theta, you are finding out the gradient, you are finding out the dy by dx. So you are going to draw a tangent at that point. We have always heard about circle. There is a point where a line touches, that is called the tangent, and the line which is perpendicular to this tangent is called the normal. So that particular point where it touches that line, the slope or the angle it makes with the x-axis is the gradient or the slope. So the gradient of a curve at a point is given by the gradient of the tangent at that point. Because how to find out the gradient? We can find out the gradient by finding out the angle or the gradient of the tangent at that point. So you are interested, whenever you are going for differentiation, you are interested in finding out the slope of the tangent. So if you have a straight line, what do you do normally? Go back to your basics. You have 2 points, you have a straight line, so easily you can find out the gradient or the slope. If you have a straight line, you can easily find out. But what about the curve? For that we have to do something different, extra. So if you have a line, you have point x1, y1, you have point say x2, y2, and it's very easy to find out the gradient or the slope, that is the angle it makes with the x-axis. Positive angle, okay? So the distance traveled at x-axis is x2 minus x1. The distance covered in the y-axis is y2 minus y1. So what is the angle? It is tan theta. Tan theta is simply perpendicular by base. What is perpendicular here? What is base here? Perpendicular is the y-axis here. If you make a triangle here, it will be y2 minus y1. And the base is x2 minus x1. This is a simple explanation for the slope, that is the change in y divided by change in x. So how y is changing with respect to x is computed by y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1.